Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I just got home from work. Excuse my makeup, it's been on for literally 12 hours now. It's been a long day. So today's video is on eyeshadow brushes and I'm explaining everything for beginners. Not everything you might agree with. This is literally just my personal preference. This might not be correct, it might not be what the actual brush is made for by the company, but this is what I use it for and I'm just going to let you guys know so that if you guys are struggling to know what eyeshadow brushes to use, then this might help you. This video is literally just going to be eyeshadow and brows. But before we start this video, some of these brushes may have been gifted. Some of them are what I've bought with my own money. Literally none of these products were gifted to make this video with. It's just what I'm showing you for an example. It's in no way to advertise or anything like that. It's not sponsored or anything. I'm literally just showing you what I use. So let's get started. So starting off with brows, because that's normally the first thing I would do, use a spoolie. Honestly guys, these are a game changer. I'm going to show you up close. So because I have got my makeup on already, I'm just going to be showing you like how I would use it, but not actually applying any makeup. For a spoolie, before I put my brows on, I would comb through my brows, and then if I needed to get into a certain area, you can move the hair down like so, and then that literally allows me to get all into here, and then I can brush that hair back up and know it's all in place. You can also use your spoolie to get your brow product on. So I like to put my brows in place with some hair gel. You can use soap and obviously other things, but if you're using a product that's not come with a brush or an applicator, load up your spoolie and go in there. So next for brows, you need a brush to put the product on with. I absolutely love angled brushes for brows, and the thinner they are, well the less dense they are, the better. I'm just going to show you up close. Brushes like this, I like to use a brow pomade, but you could use anything. I like to load up the brush with the product and then take my two fingers and literally squeeze the brush, and this gets it nice and fine. I'm just going to show you on the back of my hand. So literally, this will probably have some products on from this morning. You can get that brow stroke, well that hair stroke effect without needing a different brush. You can do your brow strokes with this brush, which is really good for the front of the brow and midway through, and then also you can really do the tail. So now we're going to be cleaning up the brows, and for this I absolutely adore this brush. It is Real Techniques detailer brush and it is amazing. I've seen a lot of other people use bigger brushes, but I absolutely love this. I feel like it's the right size for me. I've got two of these brushes, I love them that much. So I'm going to show you on my really bad drawing. Actually I might just show you on my eyes because I'm not going anywhere. So you're going to take a bit of concealer. I use the Revolution Super Size Conceal and Define, just in case you was wondering. So I'm just going to show you how I would use it. So I love again to pinch the brush so it's nice and flat, and then literally you can just swipe across. Like so. So it's literally so small, you can get right in there and not affect any of your makeup really. And also if you're just wearing brows that day and you might not want to go all the way down, you can just really get in there. I feel like I've got so much control with this brush. It is something I would definitely recommend adding to your kit if you're just starting out, as a brush to get you going, or even if you have a full eyeshadow brush collection, this is something you need. Once we've done the concealer underneath the eyebrow, I like to take this kind of brush. Now I've got a couple like this. I do have one from Unicorn Cosmetics like this, but this is the Storybook Cosmetics brush. I'm not sure exactly which one it is, but there's quite a few similar to this. So it is a lot bigger than a normal fluffy brush. I'm just going to show you the difference. So what I use this for, pretend I've got no makeup on, I like to just buff this out, and I feel like it is soft enough to give me that buffed out effect without ruining anything or giving me any harsh lines, and it's also not strong enough to be able to smudge my eyebrow, so even if I catch on it, it's not going anywhere. So now onto actual eyeshadow, my favourite bit. So for eyeliner, if I'm doing it freehand, I like to use something like this. This brush is from London Copyright, and it is their eyeliner brush, and it's amazing for creating that perfect line. I'm actually going to show you. Just going to show you on the back of my hand again. Literally, oh, this is so hard. It's like writing on a whiteboard. So you get that nice line, as you can see, and it's so nice. If you want to use a gel eyeliner, this is perfect for that. Honestly, it's gorgeous. You could really smoke this out and make it look really pretty. Whilst we're talking about eyeliner, I'm going to now show you, this is another angled brush, and this angled brush is actually a bit bigger than one that I would use for my eyebrow, and it is also a lot thicker and dense than what I would use for my eyebrow too. It's really good for getting that smoked out eyeliner effect. If I'm wanting to deepen the upper lash line, it's so easy for me to get a bit of eyeshadow on this and just go in nice and gently. So this is another example of that angled brush. This one's just a little bit bigger, and I would use it for the exact same thing, or say also if I was taping up my eye to give me this sort of effect that I've got going on today, where it's a bit darker, it's a nice sharp line, I could use this along the tape to help me create the darkness on the wings line a bit. Actual eyeshadow brushes. There is so many of them, and it can be so confusing to know what to do with them. I'm going to show you what I do, but play about with it, see what works best for you. I'm going to start off with this super small circle shaped fluffy brush. I'm just going to show you guys what it looks like. These are perfect for packing on depth. So if you want to start out and you wanted to pack on some colour in the outer corner, they're really good for that. If you wanted to do more of a rounder shaped eye, you could say you're doing a sunset eye, so yellow, orange, pink. You could start off using the yellow on this brush and really get in there and create that shape, and then you could go back in underneath with the orange and so on. And this is super small, it's the right size for getting in and really detailing the shape that you want in. All my brushes need cleaning today. So these two brushes are very similar. I'm just going to show you up close. For these, I love it. So you can pack on the colour with a smaller brush, and then go in with these, take a little bit of your transition shade and really use circle motions and blend everything out. They're really good for getting rid of harsh lines, for adding, say you wanted to do that sunset like colour scheme again, you could start off using this one. You could put the pink in and then use an orange on this brush, like it's orange right now. You could put some orange on and then really blend out that pink using the orange, and then to blend out the orange you've just put on, you could put some yellow on this brush and then really blend out the orange as well. So they're perfect for that, perfect for getting rid of harsh lines like I said earlier, and just blending everything out. I'm going to show you these two brushes now. They're very similar, so I want to show you them together. I'm just going to bring them up nice and close against the camera. So starting with the bigger one, I love this personally for setting the cut crease. So say you put your concealer on to cut the crease, this is lovely. It's nice and flat and you can get in there and really pack on some eyeshadow to set the crease like this. It's also really good for say you wanting to get right in these inner corners, but you don't want all the fluff and bulk of something that's a bit bigger, because then it's just going to go on to this bit where we don't want it. This is a lot more precise. The smaller one of the two is really good for also doing the same if you wanted to get in there a little bit more better, or if you wanted just a little bit more precision. And it's also good for coming underneath the eye to add a bit of detail if you want to go a bit darker or smokier, close to the lash line without making a mess. This brush is also really good for that. I also like the smaller brush for packing on glitter. So if you've got a pressed glitter, you can get right in there, and it's flat, so I feel like you get less of a kickback and you get less of a mess. Now I'm going to show you these two brushes. Now these are flat brushes, but they're also fluffier, so you can kind of start to blend with these a little bit more than what you could the others. So I personally love these. I'm just going to show you up close. Once you've set the concealer on the lid, you could use this brush to blend out the middle to the outside of the lid, and it's flat so that you can get it and pack on the colour, but it's also a bit fluffy so that you could blend it out and blend both colours together. I love these flat brushes as well because I think they're perfect for going underneath the eye. So once you've got that colour packed on that you want under there, these are nice and flat, so they're not too big, but they're also fluffy so you can blend, and you can really get under there and go side to side and just blend everything out and make it look more airbrushed. Lastly, I've got this nice big fluffy brush. This is one of my favourites, and this I just like to use to buff out all the edges. So I've done my makeup, everything's looking good, but I just want to make sure I've got no harsh lines. I can literally just go in, circle motions, and just make sure that everything's lovely and blended out. I try not to use eyeshadow on this brush because I feel like then it really does. It's like an eraser, it's like it's just gonna get rid of all them lines that we might have where eyeshadow just doesn't sit well. It's perfect to help you get rid of any mistakes, just to make sure everything looks like a little bit more polished. This brush I love to use for my highlighter. I'm just going to come up close again so you can see what it looks like. It's super small, flat and fluffy, and I love to use this for my highlighter because I can really get into my inner corner, be precise, but also still blend out because it's got that bit of fluff to it. So to think about for if you're looking at your own makeup brushes and thinking what could I use it for, if it's flat and not fluffy, then I find best to pack on colour with that. If it's flat and a little bit fluffy for more precision but still able to blend out, and then if it's like this where it's fluffy and it's not flat, this is good for blending out. And then the smaller it is, the more precise you can get. That was my video on eyeshadow brushes for beginners. This is just what I use my eyeshadow brushes for. These are the types I use mainly. I just wanted to let you guys know because I've had this video requested quite a lot. I hope you guys have found it helpful. I really hope it was helpful. And if you want to see anything else like face brushes or like that, just let me know, and I will see you all again in next week's video. See you later guys, thanks for watching.